It's me!
And then edit it, and then there we go, easy.
It's me, Mario! Hello!
Hello everyone, welcome to Super Mario 64. Doing this in between projects just so I can relax. Also, Fexic and MJ are here.
Yeah, let me get in on this.
Let me lower the game's volume a little bit so we can hear Fexic a little better.
I can change to my actual headset for this.
If you want, that should sound. I mean, even still, my game volumes have been really loud, so I want to lower it a little bit.
Let me see. Gotta lift up this table. Hello. Oh, and we have a deadlock apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, hi.
Totally could have done my Jeopardy idea.
Oh well, a bit late. You already started recording.
Not
Maybe
really.
next time. Maybe next time, Alex.
Whatever. Welcome, Deluxe. Unexpectedly, Deluxe here too.
Give me a second.
So it's time for that 120, star speed run.
It's not a speed run.
Mm-hmm. Speed run.
Truly, Princess Toadstool.
It's not a speed run. I'm not doing a speed run.
Alright, we'll call it a 120 star go fast. Will that work?
No.
How about faster than usual?
We need a usual for it to be faster.
How about it's just I'm playing the game at my own pace?
Can the effects be heard?
Yes, much better than before.
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna be a
What
little
was going
weird.
on during that?
Huh?
What was going on during that?
Nothing. MJ just saying call it a speed run. I'm like, I'm not calling it a speed run.
Then I said call it a go fast. Or faster than usual.
What is the plot of this game? Like, why is he here?
Because Princess Peach invited him over for food, and
For cake.
then he got here, and then Bowser took over.
Oh, right, the cake. Okay, well, this is rather apropos
So-
for the internet right now.
So, some interesting facts about this game, because someone actually did send a letter to, what was it? Nintendo of Europe. With a
Oh,
list of
right,
questions.
yeah. You were talking about this the other day.
So, the reason why there's no furniture in this castle is because Princess Peach has a second castle with, all the furniture in it. This is just a castle for all of her art.
Bitch be just that rich.
Bombs are made with gunpowder and love. And, yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was the third thing, but whatever.
there was the third thing, I just don't have it remembered off the top of my head.
I freaking love this game, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was about the penguin.
Oh yeah, the third penguin who's there, who's not anyone's penguin, he's just his own penguin.
It's a little weird because instead of C buttons, I have the C second stick, so it's a little. Be free.
Be free to commit murder.
You know, graphically, this game still doesn't look that bad.
No, not really.
I mean,
mean-
it's polygonal, but that's kind of what you expect from this era.
N64 games just have a certain kind of charm.
Yeah, like, even then, like, for a polygonal game, it's still pretty good looking, even by today's standards.
Most of the Nintendo 64 games still look pretty good.
Yeah, like, I mean, maybe it's nostalgia talking, but I remember Banjo-Kazooie looking particularly good.
It does actually. I mean, Kazooie and Tooie, since they're pretty much the same graphically.
I never played Tooie. I wanted to, but I actually, as a kid, I had enough trouble beating the first one.
The first one I actually didn't play until recently, and I 100%ed it. It's pretty good. There's like one level I have a bit of a problem with. It's like the Mad Monster Mansion. Just because like
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's not
So
quite.
wait, what stopped you in the first one?
Well, what do you mean?
No, Chris. Like, he said he never finished the first one. I'm wondering what stopped him.
I think at a certain point, like, I got all the way up to where, Grunty's Furnace Fun was, like, the final area, and I think there was one or two jiggies that I was missing, and I just, for the life of me, could not find them when I was younger, and I never went back and played it as an adult, so I never finished it.
they were just like two randomly in the level somewhere.
Yeah,
that
there were
you
just
didn't know.
there were just two that I never got and never I never took notes of what jiggies I got where and when. So it was like, okay, well this is beyond me now.
Uh-oh. This is a very good introduction boss because he can't hurt you.
I mean, he could throw you off the mountain.
Yeah, but he physically cannot hurt you. Like you can touch him. See, no damage.
And
It's a very good opening boss.
Yeah. And remember, you can't throw them off the mountain. That
Yes,
just
I know.
wastes time.
My dad and I did not realize that the first time we played this game.
Oh, I did. I don't
you
I
thought
think
you
it
were
was-
supposed to throw them off the mountain?
No,
Yeah,
if
like
you-
because my dad and I have the same issue where we don't always read the mission statements in games.
Here, let me show you, Deadlock. It's just
Yeah,
easier this way.
he just gets angry and he jumps back up.
You think that would hurt him more?
You think, but nah, they didn't want. It's probably something with the code where they didn't want him dying. Just fight with honor. It's against the royal rules to throw the king out of the ring.
Well, you're not told, so he can throw you out of the ring.
Yeah, my parents got our N64 when I was, I believe, 4 years old.
Give me the star.
Fight with honor, then explode into a million pieces.
So technically, now that I'm thinking about it, this is the first N64 game I ever played.
I love this game. I mean, this came with a lot of N64s. This was, you know. Alright, I'll
If we
come
can
back later.
if we can somehow find a way to do Gauntlet Dark Legacy with the 4 of us, then we can do the first GameCube game I ever played too.
Parsec. That's what I've been telling you guys the other week. That's why I want to test it
I
out.
don't know how well it would work for that.
I
but
don't
we can
know, but it's
try.
still an option. We can do Pokemon Stadium though. Well, except for the
I mean,
games.
Gauntlet Dark Legacy is kind of easy. Like it's based off an old arcade platform, so I don't think it would
As
use a
long
whole
as
lot
it's
of.
forgiving enough, because there's like a second delay for your guys' inputs.
Yeah,
you ever noticed?
it's not bad because it's really just 4 people steamrolling through a world full of enemies, hoping that the objective, or basically just making your way through to the end. The only thing with Gauntlet Dark Legacy is if one person runs ahead, everybody else can potentially be held back because it's because of the way they do camera angles.
Yeah, but having tried Mario Party with Zach, with Parsec, never again.
Okay, yeah, Mario Party is a special case because of those mini games.
Literally, the only way I
did
think
win,
you'd
though.
be able to work is with.
I
somebody
did
more
beat
person.
Zach though. I did win the game.
We lost. Did we lose? I thought we lost.
Well, no, because the game crashed.
Oh, that's
and I
right,
couldn't
yeah.
help the winner.
That's right. The game broke. That's why I hate this mic thing. It's not the. I don't know what it is exactly, but the mic like messes up. Also, the music in this
Wait,
game,
this is
there's
the
not
one
too.
theme that everyone thinks of when they think of 64.
Because it's just a fun theme.
It is. It definitely is.
I mean, like a lot of the music in this game is really good. There's not many tracks, but like there's enough.
But, like, yeah, and the ones they have are used very well.
Oh wow, I broke the record twice.
Zach, you need to calm the fuck down.
Okay. I don't know how many times I've played this game over the years, honestly. I've only completed it like twice, but I've played it so many times.
I'll be back in a bit, guys. I have to go do something.
You go
Uh-huh.
do that, we're just doing this.
The power of the protag that calls when you have a job or are in the process of getting one.
We'll be 100% in this, but I need enough stars so I can unlock all the hats.
Doesn't he give you one?
Not that one. Hey. Let me in. Also, this theme, the aquatic... Or no, this, I forget what the name of the song is called, but it's great.
You know the one thing that actually freaked me the fuck out about this game when I was a kid?
Yo.
Yes.
Well, we're going,
Like,
we're going there
Like
next.
I know, yeah, like I know I share that memory with a lot of kids who played this game, but that eel freaked me the fuck out.
I don't know, it never really bothered me. The pianos what got me.
I haven't played this game at all, but I know it enough to know what exactly you're referring to. But honestly, Little Me could relate to it if anything from the Ape Escape game was anything to go by.
Honestly,
See, I never played. I never played Ape Escape, so I have no idea.
I played,
Well,
I
it
played a
had
little bit too, because
quite a
Austin
few
had it.
eels of its own, and they electrocuted you.
Oh, fun.
I don't know if you guys can really see it, like, but playing this with a different kind of controller compared to the N64, this actually still feels really good. So I think that's just a testament to how well this thing was coded.
Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't look like you're having any issues there.
Not really.
If you're the N64
Like the only problem I'm having is with the thumbstick, and I think that's just the controller itself. I don't know. It might just be me. But like I said, I've played this game like so many times over the years. I'm so used to this. There's only so many.
Speaking of eels,
yeah, I gotta go get them.
That and the eel that you have to play dentist for in Super Mario Sunshine.
I love that level. I don't know why.
It's a fun level, but think if you were to see that shit in real life.
that would be terrifying.
Yeah, like you're descending into this abyssal layer of the ocean, and the next thing you know, you got 4 glowing eyes and a giant fucking mouth just coming up at you. That is a whole new kind of nope that I am not mentally prepared for.
I forget how you're supposed to actually get him out. I feel like you have to touch him.
I think you swim in front of him, and he comes out to kind of startle you because he's an asshole.
Pretty sure there's like a...
No, I know he does it for like. Ow. Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Okay, is there just a visual thing I'm not seeing? Because it looked like nothing hits you there.
Like I know he reaches out when he's in like the side thing of the. Oh, there he came out. Yeah, there he is.
What?
He came out. How we go in?
I must have missed him.
This game perplexes me.
And then you have to do this in like a certain amount of time.
No, there's a air pocket at the top.
And I thought there was a certain order in which you had to do them.
There is. I just don't remember which one. I know it's not the one that's behind them. I know it's the 3 there, then the one behind it.
But I'm kind of curious why you can't just hit the start little block there right here.
Because you're underwater, Mario can't
Yeah,
really do anything underwater.
Yeah, you don't have any upward momentum that usually accompanies a jump.
But apparently you can open chests.
Well, that's dexterity. That only takes your hands.
Okay, so then it is.
It's
Even
not
though it looks like you're
either.
literally just like bashing your head into the
Oh
side.
god, it's not that one either. Oh god.
Is there another one that it's just not?
There's a 4th one. I hit the wrong chest.
You know, when I was younger, it never occurred to me if I was low on health in an area that had water in it to just chill in the water and restore my health.
I learned that very quickly. I feel like this game like gave me kind of the natural gaming ability that I have to kind of just like, oh, here's this. How do I optimize? Also, the bubbles give you air. I love that little jingle too. That did it.
Yeah, my analytical mind was not. Like, I went into video games a lot of times with the same mentality in which I go into movies, where I kind of just suspend my disbelief and pretend to be an idiot for a little bit. So a lot of early games that I've played, I had really just no clue how to do, even though now I look and the answer is right fucking in front of me.
Yeah.
I think the first game, like the first N64 game where I actually used my brain was Majora's Mask.
Yeah, that one definitely requires you to be a bit
Yeah.
more thinking with everything.
Well, like, I remember I even wrote down, like, this whole, like, chart on a piece of paper of how to get through the first 3 days when you're cursed in the Deku Scrub body. And I'm like, oh, okay, so if I go and get that fairy and take it over here, then I can get the magic. Magic pops the balloon. Balloon gives you the code. Code lets you into the moon sphere. Moon sphere gives you the flower.
That game was not nice.
Right, but I remember, like, as a kid, I wrote this big fucking spreadsheet, and oh, that's the one that attacks you when you get close.
Yeah, like you gotta kind of like heal up actually a little bit first.
But I remember, like, when all of that worked and I finally got the Ocarina of Time back, I was so proud of myself.
Games back then made
Little
you feel, I mean,
did
games
you know
games
there
now
was-
still make you feel.
Oh. So you're not doing anything.
Normally he would hit you. I guess like his head's not his hitbox or that lower jaw. He comes out right there. Ow.
That did not look like it hit you.
Dude, I'm gonna drown. I need coins down here.
Yeah, that was the point. That meter is depleting very slowly.
It's faster when you have more health. It slows down when you have less.
only it worked like that in real life.
The closer you are to dying, the slower it is.
No, like if you're just swimming underwater and you grab a shit ton of money, you
Oh
just
god.
drown.
You're motivated by the power of greed.
I'm not gonna make it, I'm gonna drown.
Just don't do that.
Clearly made it.
Wait, what? Okay.
I was gonna laugh so hard if you fucked yourself there.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. Thing is, you're out of coins now, so
Ow, you son of a bitch. I gotta swim back up.
we can gamble.
No, because he has this whole routine where he swims around. And I gotta just touch the star, and then it goes and
Except
lands.
he
Like,
didn't come out.
where'd he go?
He's still in there.
You didn't come.
Also, Deadlock, if he was a gambling man, he'd have a lot more coins than PSO2.
To be fair, you don't really gamble on that game to actually get well on coins.
Like, I don't care what anybody says, Blackjack is a skill-related game. It's got nothing to do with gambling or luck.
There's a little bit of
I mean, there's definitely a bit of luck in it.
Okay,
but
it's
there's
very
definitely a lot of skill to it.
The luck stops after the cards have been dealt. After that, it is a purely skill-based game, unlike a
Yes.
slot.
I mean, yeah, but you also you don't know what card is going to be next that you're going to get.
Well, if you're a good player, you just assume that the dealer's holding a 10 all the time. Like, I know casinos will actually kick you out if they know that that's what you're doing, but that's how you win.
What, assume they always have a 10 in their hand?
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
10's... like, it's one of the more common cards, I think.
It is, because a 10 counts for 10, as do all the face cards. So if you just assume that the dealer is
Yeah, it's
always
the most
holding a
common
10...
card.
Yeah, so you always assume that the dealer is holding a 10, and you play the game with that mentality. Only thing is, a lot of casinos these days, they consider that cheating.
Why is that cheating?
Because casinos don't like losing money.
I can understand not losing money, but like, I would consider stuff like card counting to be more cheating than anything. But
Well, that's part of what they consider it, because assuming the dealer always has a 10 is actually, I think, the opening part of the mathematical equations that go into card counting. So if you're doing 1, they just assume you're doing everything else, and they'll throw you out.
even though that it's literally the most common card,
Yes.
you need to stop failing.
It's alright. Math is on my side.
Is it again?
That's alright. I can't die. That's why, Dylan.
Yeah, casinos do not like smart people, Deadlock.
Yeah, they want freaking idiots.
Yes, they want idiots and geriatrics with a lot of money.
Sounds like AAA game industry. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, you're not entirely inaccurate.
Yeah, I can go after Bowser, but I want more stars.
How many did we miss on the first level?
Huh?
How many did we miss on the first level?
Well, the first level, I need the red cap to get, like, 2 of the stars. So
Yeah,
I,
but there's still a bunch more there.
I know, but it's easier if I have the red cap to
And
do a lot of it.
each world has what, 7, 8?
7
I think
and...
it's-
No, yes, 7 stars, one of them being the 100 coin star.
That's right.
So I was also waiting to do this one so that way I could do the 8 red coins at the same time.
Isn't there one that we also need the metal cap to?
Yes, that's another reason why. But this one's also a pain. Like this level, some levels have more coins than others. Deadlock, like, and some of them are very close
Yeah,
to
some
having
of them-
100.
Yeah, some of them are just like.
And this one is not dependent on having the cap, aside from that 1 star, so that's why I'm not as worried here. But in Bob on Battlefield, you do need the flight cap, or the flight cap to get the 100 coin star, and one of the
There's
other
also
stars.
a couple of red coins up there, isn't there?
Yeah, Deadlock, I know, relax.
No, I don't know for myself. I'm just.
Oh,
guessing.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
And there's like a few red coins up there too. Right?
Yeah, there's red coins in that one. The red coins in that one, you don't need the... In the Bomb of Battlefield, you don't need the flight cap for. But to get the 100 coin star and one of the other stars, you do need it, so the flight cap's just way more useful.
And if you get the 100 coin star, you basically get booted out anyways, right?
No, the 100 coin star, you stay in. That's the only...
Yeah, Yeah, you stay in until you grab it, just like every other star.
That's why you want to try. Usually want to try to do the 100 coin star and the 8 red coin stars at the same time. So this level, the only star that's dependent on a cap. Well, I mean, there's only one star that's dependent on a cap.
Wait, it's 2 different stars for 100 coins versus the 8 red coins, right?
Yeah, they're 2 different ones, but that's what.
Yeah.
Like, the 8
Would it
red
not
since it's 8 red
be-
coins, the red coins are counted as 2 coins. That's why you want to do them together.
Oh, right. But you'd still have
Because
to do the red coins again, because if you grab the 100 coin star, then it's something different.
No.
No, he was just saying that the 100 coin star, you still stay in the level, but the red coin one will just get you back.
Oh,
there.
right. Okay, yeah, I
I
remember
knew
now.
it was gonna happen.
It's been like probably over 14 years since I've played this game, so
That's
bear
kind of
with me.
also why I was asking. I haven't even played it.
Like, I am shocked beyond shocked that I remember what I do about this game, but it's not going to be everything.
I hold knowledge pretty, like, I retain memory pretty well, so, like,
I typically do as well, just not about this game. Then again, I only played through it the one time.
I played through this a lot.
Okay, then yeah, you would have a much more concrete memory for this than I would.
At least this was your first game and not the one I did.
Because you were saying, what, Ape Escape was yours?
No, my first game was actually the original Crash Bandicoot. What a way to start.
Yeah, those were not nice games to do players.
Oh, you and AJ would have a lot to talk about then. She loved those early
No,
PlayStation.
I love the game, but dear God, was it a bastard of a game to start.
Yeah, like all those old PSX games are AJ's favorites, like Crash, Spyro.
Yeah, but the thing is though, like the first game had some of the hardest levels in the series. Add on to the fact that it also was, if you got a checkpoint, didn't matter. You couldn't get the box gem if you died.
That's 100% it. You
Yeah,
had
because
to do it in one run.
yeah, because if you die and go back to a checkpoint, all the other boxes that you passed and collected respawn, so you're back at 0.
Gaming was brutal back then.
Yeah, so if you wanted the gem, you had to do everything in one life. You die once and go to a checkpoint, it's back to the beginning. You might as well be.
4, and there's 3 on the ship.
And some of the levels could be really even. Like, you know, like some levels like to just put you in the dark, except for maybe a torch you have.
Yeah.
In the original Crash, it was your mask system. It's basically your hit points. So you had to keep collecting hit point boxes in order to keep the light going. But if you get hit once at all, you lose the light. And you're literally just walking around in the dark.
That
Can't see
sounds
fence, you
terrifying.
can't see level ledges. It's a nightmare.
See, that would have actually scared me as a kid because I used to be afraid of the dark.
Yeah, there's also rats and stuff in the dark too.
Lambs.
There's also what?
There's also rats in the dark, which in
See,
the
that's
remake,
why I was afraid of the dark as a kid. Thanks, Mom.
yeah, which also in the remake they have glowing red eyes that you can actually see in the dark.
What are you talking
Which
about? Sorry, I was so
one of the
focused on
crash
this, I wasn't
levels. One of the
listening.
crash levels.
Oh, okay.
Basically, there were rats that even in the dark you could see their glowing red eyes,
That's
Oh, yeah. I vaguely remember that in some of the one I had.
which actually kind of helps you if you lose your
Oh,
mask.
god damn it.
If you actually think about it, doesn't mean you would actually be terrified. It tells you, hey, there's a platform there.
because have I recounted, Zach, the story of my childhood fears on a recording yet?
I don't think so.
So I only ever had 2. It was fire and the dark when I was young. This is between ages probably 4 and 8. I want to say between 4 and 7 for fire, and then 4 and probably 16 for the dark. So the fire one, Zach, you know how winters in South Jersey get cold like pretty much everywhere else up north.
Mm-hmm.
My old house, or my parents' old house rather, had a fireplace, and every winter they would put some wood in there. We had this shed out back, and it was real nice. Well, one day my mom decided, I guess to prevent us from having to go out and grab more, she was going to keep the fire burning for a long time by putting a bunch of wood in it. which
That's a horrible idea.
oh no, it's not that bad if you know how to do it. You know, you have to stack it properly. You have to make sure, you know, if one pops or gives way, it's not going to do anything untoward. She put them all in at a bunch of different weird angles, and there was this one really gnarled ass one where like it had a bunch of other smaller branches sticking out of it. Really, we should have cut the thing up before we put it in. But she stacked all these things on top of each other, and I was one of those kids who liked to sit like right up on the fireplace, and it was one of those little chain curtains on the end. It wasn't an actual like glass seal between the fire and the rest of the room.
Oh, I can already spell disasters.
So a couple hours go by, and the log underneath the gnarled one popped, and it sent the big-ass one pretty much tumbling through the chain curtain onto the tile right in front of me, singeing a bit of the carpet and startling the shit out of me. And it got so bad after that where I would not even walk into a room if there was a candle lit in it.
Jesus.
And what ultimately nipped that in the bud was, I think my dad had reached the end of his patience with me and all this, because he was doing. I think it was another thing with a candle where I refused to go in a room, and he blew them both out, and he sat me at the dining room table, and he's like, "Look," and he took out a piece of paper and a pencil, and he's like, "This is how a fireplace is supposed to go." And he, you know, drew the logs, how they're supposed to be set up and everything, and he goes, "Okay, now this," and he drew something else, "is how your mom had it that night." He drew basically just this mangled, fucked up looking fireplace scene, and he goes, "That's why it exploded." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, so it's like not all fire bad." No, not all fire bad. She just did that one thing that one time, and this is what happened.
All right. Wow, that was interesting. That's an interesting story.
And then he encouraged, but basically, in order to get me over it, my father basically encouraged me to play with fire.
I mean, that's one way to do it. Basically, just face your fear. That's
Mhm.
honestly the most blunt way to go about it.
Yep.
And with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Later.
Later.